voila. F5 that so that I can pay attention to that a little bit as well. And there we go. Voila. Okay. Almost. Hey, Grace. Almost forgot to set up the thing for YT. Almost forgot to start doing the broadcast there. Forgot to press the button. All right. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm literally going to be building an entire brand, start to finish. And this is going to be literally a brand specifically to sell HTML generators and AI art for whatever purpose people want to do. AVM. And I may turn this into kind of a mini-series. I don't know yet. So, our very first thing, as always, is we need either an idea or a brand Bible. I already have the idea, so we're just going to go to chat. I'm using the free version of chat, as you can see. I'm not paying for chat anymore. It's not worth paying for. Let's see here. Oh, that's fine. Go away. Now, getting messages left, right, and center as I go live, of course. So our very first thing is I'm going to literally be making a brand that is all about generators. So actually I'm going to do this two ways. I'm going to first go to Gemini so that I don't use up the free whole, however many free uses that you get out of ChatGPT. So I'm just going to go straight to Gemini and I'm just going to say, I am going to start a new brand. This brand, good morning, Val. This brand is all about selling HTML generators as well as AI art and AI music. So that's what we're going to do. What I need is let's go 10 names. And the generators, I'm going to give it always give it a little bit of information when you're first kind of playing around with an idea. And the generators will be a mix of different subjects from landscape to fantasy portraits. There we go. Yeah, today I'm going to be in YT. Tomorrow I might switch over to the rabbit hole. But today, thought I would come here. And if you want to come up, you can. I'll bring you up. I don't care. If you want to come, if anyone wants to come up, I can bring you up. If you got questions and whatnot. So we're going to have, let's see here. Let's see what kind of brand, see if it actually has any questions. My top 3 picks. So, absolutely. So since your brand combines HTML generators, AI art, and AI music, and your generators covering anything from landscapes to fantasy portraits, the name should feel creative, modern, scalable, and slightly magical / tech forward, which all good ideas here. And this is what I mean by you wanting to, when you have an idea, if you like right now I have this idea that I've said, but I don't know what kind of name I want. So I'm going to go to Gemini first, flesh this idea out, and then I'm going to jump over to ChatGPT, have it build my brand Bible. Then what I can do is I can go to Claude, which is what I'm paying for, and I can start kind of messing around a little bit more in Claude if I so wanted to. I actually have an entire new factory, by the way, that I am working on that builds HTML web pages. I literally built one, and it cost me $2.77, I think, for my own brand. It's really good, and it took, I think, maybe 15-20 minutes, which is faster than what I could do by myself individually. It literally built 10 pages all total, and all I have to do is finish fleshing it out. Literally gave me an entire CSV that I can upload to Google to control the website gave me the back end code that I needed, the whole thing. It does take a little bit of time, so I'm kind of trying to see if I can make that happen a little quicker, but be perfectly honest, filling in a couple of things and then pressing a button and walking away, that ain't, and then come back 15, 20 minutes later and you have a full website, that ain't bad. Especially for anywhere between $3 to $2.70. Fully professional looking. So, let's see here. So what names that we have? We have Mystic Frame, Canvas Circuit. Don't like the Canvas Circuit right now. The Dreamforge AI. That one might not be too bad. Let's go to copy. And when you're doing names, what I suggest to do is go to like GoDaddy. And the only reason why I'm using GoDaddy is because I don't have to log in. I will not buy my site from GoDaddy, mind you. But what you can do is you go here, remove any and all spacing that you have, and then search domain. And we can actually see if the domains are taken or not. So Dreamforge.ai, it's up for brokerage fees, so buy it now. I'm not buying that new .com.au. But if this is actually taken, more than likely no one has this. So what we can do is the next step that I will do, and I'm going to have to cover this because TikTok is going to get a little pissy with me, but go to IG and look for the name. That's all you got to do. Just literally just do a quick search, see if anyone actually has that name social media wise, and it will help. It will actually help you. You can even search here in let's see here. You can search here as well and see if anyone actually has the name. Because if somebody already has the name that you like, you might not want to really. Yeah, see, AI. There's quite a few of them here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see if they're established. Let's see here, value-driven content, kind of shit. So that idea right there, boop, is out. So I'm literally going to search for, hey Black, thanks for coming in. I hope you're doing good. But I will go in through, I will literally go through these names, and if I like one of them, where in the hell did it get to? Oh, over here. If I like these names, I'm going to search to see if the names are available. And it can be a little bit of a pain in the butt to find a few names, but it is what it is, you know. I always prefer to go, as I was saying, I prefer to go to like IG. I may check here. If I wasn't live, I would actually check TikTok as well to see if the name is used. Thank you for the gifts. So what I will actually do, and if it's taken, but the person isn't using the name really, there's only like maybe one or two posts, I'm just going to say fuck it. I will add like a 50 or 51 because, you know, my age and whatnot to it and start really going hot and heavy into that and saying to hell with whoever already has the thing there, because I'm not stealing any of their stuff. You know, I'm not trying to take their target market away from them or anything else like that, because they're not actually using the names. So Exopixel, do not like that. Do not like that. This one might have some interesting. Muse Machine, that one's probably already taken. Nova Patel, Fresh and Vibrant. Sonic Canvas, that might be interesting. And Realm Render, that actually has a very strong brand. So we're going to go back to GoDaddy. Get rid of that. And we'll see. .com is already taken. That's fine. Let's just actually look and see, just out of pure curiosity, .com. And see if it's placeholder. Coming soon. Yeah, see, someone's just basically, they're just sitting on the website. That's all they're doing. So I'm not worried about that. I'm not actually too worried about that. Let's just do here. I can cheat this just a little bit. Nope. that might actually, well, there's one that's render realm, flipped of that one, so that's realm render. So I can easily flip that without any problems. I'm not stepping on any toes or anything like that. So see, you gotta just do a search for that. Yeah, exactly. It's digital real estate. That's all it is. Got to buy for the future. I agree 100% with you on that one. So I would literally, I wondered, is .au? Yeah, see, .au is available, so I'm not worried about that. I can literally just stick .au because I am in Australia. So it would be .com.au. I have the NBN number that is required, so it's no big deal on that one. You know. So find a name that you like. So all right, we're gonna literally go with let's see, top 3. Dreamforge, well, that's already taken. Sonic Canvas, don't really care too much about that one. And Canvas Circuit, I don't like using like Canvas because it's too close to Canva. So it could kind of confuse people, so I'm a little bit careful on that one. If you want more of a fantasy generator heavy style, go with Dreamforge, you know, Realm Dream. That's the one that we're going to go with, I think. I do like this one here. We're actually literally going to go with Realm Render. And Muse Machine. Don't really like that one either. So, yeah, and see, as it even, Gemini even suggests the same thing here. It literally suggests, you know, one quick note before choosing one, you should check domain available, IG, TikTok handle availability, and trademark conflicts. This is a very important step. Once you find a name, then you start going, okay, well, we go on the hunt for social media posts just to make sure that no one else is using this. And it just safeguards you, and it makes it to where you, not only if somebody is already using the name and you add like a number or two behind it, you still end up having to fighting them if they're active. So you're trying to take the same slice of, you're just trying to take their pie away, or trying to take the same slice out, and it can cause issues. So I'm an asshole, but I'm not that big of an asshole, you know. And Natasha, thanks for swinging in. So we have our name. We're going to stick with that. We're going to go back to ChatGPT. Now, I suggest building your brand Bibles in ChatGPT. It is still, unfortunately, one of the best ones to build a full, blown-out brand on it. I am not paying for ChatGPT. I only use the free version. I refuse to pay for it anymore because they just, with this 5, it just went downhill from there. So, now we're going to go to, okay, I need a high, and this is the brand. This is literally going to be the prompt that you use for your brand Bibles. I need a high detailed brand Bible for my brand. Brand name is Realm Render. Let's see here. This brand, and then you're gonna not only are you gonna tell it about the what the brand name is. We're gonna next thing is we had to actually tell it what we're doing. So this brand is all about selling HTML generators for AI art. I will be selling also packs of AI art for people to use as they want, as they want, as well as copyright free AI music. Let's see here. The generators and art as well as music are all different kinds and different subjects. I need a high detailed target market. I want 12 pain points, 6 emotional, and 6 practical. As you can see, I can't spell where the shit this morning. Not that I can spell where the shit anyways. Practical pain points. pain points. I also need a buyer and negative persona, as well as brand colors. So, boom. And that's it. Let me just center that so you can grab a screenshot. And you just let ChatGPT do its thing. And then you actually, hey Hughes, thanks for swinging it. So you let ChatGPT do its thing, and then you're going to read what it's giving you. So, vibe with your viewers. When you notice a drop in viewer, why do I get all this crap? I don't care about that. You're literally going to let this go through, and for the love of everything that is holy in your world, read what the AI gives you. Don't just blindly copy and paste it. Especially if you want to be taken, you want your brand to be taken serious. You need to be serious about starting your brand, and the serious part starts when you build your brand Bible. You need to actually read it. You need to argue with this. If you don't like something, you're going to tell it, "Hey, I don't like this." And you're going to make changes to it. I can give, if I wanted to, I could give somebody this brand right here. But it wouldn't sound like them, it wouldn't feel like them unless they actually read it and actually went through and made the changes themselves. And that's the whole thing, is you have to know, once this is the bare bones of your brand. Good, Val. I'm glad that you did. And I'm glad that you actually read it. As I said, if you do not read it, it's going to make me grumpy, and I'm already grumpy as is. So, make sure that you actually read the brand Bible. So we're going to read through this real quick. Brand overview, it's going to give you an overview. Realm render. Render your reality. Worlds built in code and imagination. Now, see, I like that tagline. And let's see here. We have create without limits, render without rules. That one might be a little bit better as well. The first one, don't really care for that tagline option. Core concept is a digital creation engine disguised as a product store. It equips creators with powerful standalone HTML generators, AI-generated art packs, and copyright-free AI music, allowing them to produce high-quality content instantly without technical skill or creative burnout. Good part. We have Archetype Blend, the creator, the magician, and the rebel. Inventive imagination, building worlds. The magician, transformation, turning ideas into reality, bypassing traditional creative barriers. Kind of nice. That can all be easily built into the brand itself. Brand position, I tend to read that a little bit more. So, we have unique selling positions, USPs, standalone generators, no subscription, no logins, multi-format creative, art prompts, music, instant output, zero technical friction. This is important right here because there's a lot of people that like the generators that just don't know how to build it, or they don't want to mess around with them. Commercial use friendly assets, which is very important as well. So now we have our target audience. So this actually got smart, and it didn't tell me 18 to 65, anyone with a pulse. You want a small target market. You don't want it so small that you're only selling to 5 people in the world, but you still want a small target market because it means that it's easier to run ads to. It's easier to set up social media that is going to grab their attention and hold it. So gender mix, slightly leaning towards male and tool buyers, female and creative usage markets like BookTok. Locations, basically anywhere that speaks English. Income, low, middle to middle. This is kind of important. This is a ballpark figure. This just tells me that where I can actually comfortably place my products, so that people can actually afford them without either making them too cheap or making them so high a price that nobody can afford them. That it's within my target market. Psychographics. This actually comes in handy for when I'm building stuff. We have audience segment, and this is actually a good way of, I can literally reach out, like indie BookTok creators, indie authors. I can make an HTML generator that specifically, and I have done this, that builds artwork for book titles. So if they're writing a book for like Book Talk or something like that, I can give them a generator that will build them their entire imagery for that book. And this way they don't have to go to someone, a graphics artist or something like that, pay a few $1,000s to get a really nice looking generator. Well, not generator, but book art. You can literally go to Nana Banana, Sea Art, wherever you want to go, and boom, you have your Book Talk page cover up there. AI hobbyist, side hustles, pain points, here we go. Creative frustration, overwhelmed from tools, imposter syndrome, that's a big one. Burnout from content demands, fear of falling behind on AI trends. I swear to God, if I hear one more person say that I'm so behind, I'm going to pull out what little hair I have left because I keep buzzing my hair. You all are not behind. You're not as behind as you think you are. You might be 1 or 2 steps behind, and that's it. Then, let's see here. Practical pain points, expensive subscriptions. This is why I sell the HTML generators with no subscription. Steep learning curve, time consumption, copyright confusion, inconsistent output quality, and tool fragmentation. Art here, music there, prompts everywhere else. Now, if you are not aware, the buyer persona is our ideal customer. It is who we want everything to do with our brand. This way I can actually go load my brand Bible up and tell the AI of my choice, hey, you are to play the role of Jack Turner, my buyer persona. And I can run ideas past Jack and say, okay, what do you think of this? How does this feel? And yes, it is data driven, but it is still as close as you're going to get to having an actual customer, your best customer sitting right in front of you and saying, hey, what do you think of this idea? What do you like about this generator? What don't you like about it? And the AI can kind of give you a little bit of a sounding board so that you can bounce ideas off of it. We have the negative persona. That's the flip side of the coin. It's basically who the hell that you do not want anything to do with your brand. The purist designer. I've seen so many people jump on my live. Oh, why are you using AI? It's trash. It's fake. And, it's not real art. I tell people to fuck off on that one. Hannah, I am building an entire brand. That is what I'm doing right now. From start to finish. We literally have come up with a brand Bible. This entire brand will be literally about selling HTML generators, AI art, and AI music. And good afternoon, too, by the way. Started off with the idea this morning I already had in my head. Went to Gemini, asked it for some names. It came up with Realm Render. It's a decent name. And the beautiful thing is, if I don't like this name, I can still change this and just slap a new name onto the brand Bible because I haven't started yet. But as I was saying, the negative persona is the person that you want absolutely nothing to do with your brand whatsoever. And okay, so we got brand colors, void black, arcane purple, neon. These would be actually good colors. It'll be interesting. A secondary palette. So magenta, blue, soft gray, ash. I like that. So we have usage rules. Dark backgrounds dominate 90%. Neon accents. Granular. Yep, that word there. My tongue doesn't want to work on. Rendering energy. We have our brand identity direction, visual style, futuristic plus mystical hybrid. Not bad. Design motifs. And let's see here. Product strategy. So, it's just basically your engine, plug and play assets for AI art, AI music packs, brand expansion opportunities, memberships, creative bundles, niche specific generators, Book Talk, fantasy, horror. That's pretty specific there, anyways. A Design by Kay. Thanks for coming in. And we have a final strategic insight. Important. Right now, your biggest risk is being too broad. Fix, sell variety, but market-specific outcomes. Example, not AI tools for everything, but creative visual content in minutes. Build sellable digital products instantly. If you want next level, I can build you your logo concept, and that's what we're going to do next. We're going to literally have it build a logo concept for us. But first, I need to copy all of this, except for the final strategic part. I'm going to copy all of that because I'm actually happy with that brand. I don't have to change anything with it. I'm going to dump this into Google Docs so that I don't lose the damn thing. Because I'm always misplacing shit. And Google Docs is free, so you might as well use it, I say. And boom. We literally have a new brand. Right now, I'm actually using ChatGPT to actually build this part here. I use a combination of 3 AIs. I use Gemini for building the idea. Kind of going in and basically brainstorming with it and saying, okay, I have this idea. And we will flesh the idea out. I'll spend, half hour, 20 minutes, maybe even a couple hours with Gemini to get this idea to where it goes from basically a vague idea to something solid. And then I'm going to take that solid, I'm going to literally have it write me a kind of like a technical document that I can then go to ChatGPT with it and say, okay, hey, I need this high detailed brand Bible. Here's all the information that I have about my brand, and it's going to build me a really impressive brand Bible. In this way, I now have the brand Bible, and I will start injecting this into other things very, very easily. So we're going to go back to ChatGPT, and let's just have it give us a concept for the logo. Logo concept. There we go. I don't even have to type it. I can just press the button. So, logo concept system. Concept 1, the portal core. A glowing, let's see here. A glowing portal forming the letter R. Might be interesting. Concept 2, the rendered signal. A mystic text signal that represents creative plus code. That I actually kind of like the concept number 2. And we can actually have ChatGPT, I do believe, build it for us. The render engine, a mechanical digital core, generated energy outward. The fractured realm. See, I like 2 and 4. Let's see here. Broken shapes, piercing, forming an R or circular shape. Concept 5. Nah, I don't want to go minimal on that one. Hey, Lady T. And let's see here. Logo system. Do not skip this. Main logo. Full design. Yep, with or without text. Icon logo. That's easy enough to do all that. Word mark. Font direction. So we have tech forward, slightly futuristic, clean, not gimmicky. Examples. So we have a couple of different example generators. Font ideas. Reality check. Most people will overcomplicate it or make it look like every other AI brand. You win by having a clear symbol. Next step. Turn one of these into a finished logo. Prompt for that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say, let's go with number 2 for now. I kind of like that. Where's number 2 at? Number 3. And we're going to go here, and I'm going to literally ask it. All right. I like this idea. So show this to me as a photo. And it should actually create. Yep, it does. So we will see how well this actually does on that. What I can also do is I can go to Gemini because you still have access to Nano Banana. You can do use Nano Banana 2 like 20 times through. Oops, that's Genspark. I don't want Genspark. I want Gemini. Just straight through Gemini without having to do anything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go File. Open that in a new window. Boom. Because I need to grab my brand Bible so that it actually understands what I'm talking about. This is my brand Bible. Boom. And we're going to let it kind of do its thing. Yeah, Gemini AI. Well, it's actually gemini.google.com. It'll actually talk about your brand once you do that. Next, I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this again. I'm going to copy that. And I need a logo for my brand. Here is the idea. Show this, let's see, show this to me as a photo. And we just let it create the image. Let's see what Chat came up with. Wow, that's not bad. That's actually pretty decent. I kind of like that one. So we will see what Gemini comes up with. It'll take its sweet ass time. And, that's a toss-up, actually. I like that one. Let's just download it so I can get rid of all those stupid colors and whatnot. Let's open that one up. So, I do like this one, but I also like the other one. Let's see here. Wait until my computer wakes up a little bit more. There we go. Huh. I actually have to say, I actually like Gemini's a little bit better. What do you all think? This is Gemini's. No, I literally just made this brand Bible, and this is what I'm doing. This is a brand new entire process. So we actually literally have, so that's ChatGPT's. Yeah, I like Gemini's better. Gemini actually, this is using Nano Banana, so we now have a logo. I kind of like how it looks like it's kind of tilted, so we actually have that. And I can run like 20 more images if I wanted to through Nano Banana. So our next step is we're going to grab, I'm actually going to go to Claude because I am paying for Claude. Because I now need to make a couple of changes to a generator of mine. By the way, the generator that I'm going to be changing is called Light versus Dark. Some of the artwork that I've done, do I still have the art? Yep, here we go. These are playing, this isn't doing too good of a job, but it is actually, they're supposed to be playing cards. And this is using CArt. And basically, they're an entire card deck of good versus evil. Light, angels and demons, all that good jazz. If I go here to, here we go. This is actually a good example of what this will do. This is Nano Banana. That one was ChatGPT. And this is Flux 2. So-so. And then ByteDance. I've only seen ByteDance do like 2 or 3 that are decent. Not that good. So now that's not bad. Either way, it's not bad. And then the dark side wise, Nano Banana, Ace of Bones. I love the ChatGPT one. And this one here is Flux 2. Not too bad. And ByteDance. Yeah, okay. ByteDance didn't do too bad on that one. So we now have a logo. We have our brand Bible. And I'm going to go to Claude. And I need to actually, first off, I'm going to tell Claude straight up. Control C. This is my brand Bible. This is my brand Bible. Paste the brand Bible to it. Out of all of them, to be perfectly honest, ByteDance isn't bad, so I'm going to say ByteDance, but to me, I just like the image that ChatGPT did. Because this is GPT image 1.5. Yeah, it does actually have the right font and whatnot, so. And it does actually look like a playing card. So that one wasn't too bad. And Nano Banana actually got the Ace of Bones as well. So thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, okay, so love this realm has really strong identity, dark technical, yep. What do you need help with? What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell it, I'm going to actually load up the deck card there. I'm going to go there, and we're going to go to downloads, and we're going to go to Arcane. There we go. And I'm just going to simply say, I need you to make a slight change to this generator. I need my branding on it, which means brand name visible and a I think what I can do, where is my base 64? There it is. Let's grab this base 64. This might complicate things, but that's okay. I'm going to literally turn my logo into a base 64. Let's go realm logo. Click save there. And the base 64 is basically a really, really long string. But what it will do is it will make it so that it is automatically hard-coded into the generator so that everyone will have my logo. I don't have to actually have it hosted somewhere, so that even if they go offline, my logo is still going to be in there. So we're going to go add that file, and we're going to do the base 64. There we go, logo, and add my logo, which I have already turned into a base 64 code. Boom. And we're going to let me read both files. Yep. So it's going to make some slight changes to this. It's literally going to put my branding in it. Both files, let me view the header section of the HTML to know exactly where to make the changes. Find the head HTML. And let's see here. I'll copy the file and add the realm branding to the header. Hopefully it will give me the full code, because I forgot and I got stupid and didn't tell it to give me the full code. I don't want to have to go in and screw around with the coding. I'm being lazy this morning. But base 64, I literally have a program that will literally take anything. Let's see, this conversation is too long to continue. Oh, bullshit. Okay, it's going to... I see what's going to happen. Okay. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Let's just kick in Claude Code. Because base 64, what it is base 64 basically will double your photos and whatnot. It doubles it in size. So it's going to be too long for the conversation. And let's see here. Let's just go Claude. Claude app. There we go. Open up the Claude app. Then I'll just go to, I'll actually literally go into Claude Code, and Claude Code isn't going to whine about it. And we're just going to click on code. I'm going to paste a couple things again. Control C. Go to my app. And I'm just going to say, this is my brand Bible. We'll let it do its thing, and we'll let it do its thing there for a minute. And I'm going to upload a couple other files. Add files, and we're going to find. We're literally going to find my base 64, and then we will load the generator. I'm going to say using my generator, using my brand Bible. I need you to make a small change to the generator that I uploaded. I want my logo, which I loaded as a base 64, added to the top. And I want my whole branding added throughout the HTML generator. I'll just go HTML gen. Give me the full, not gen. Thank you. Give me the full. This time I'm going to tell it to give me the full code, please. And there we go. And we're going to, let's see here. User, yep. Yes, allow it to read. Always allow. There we go. Let me read both files. There we go. So logo is a, yep, of course it is. Large base 64 image, and the HTML is 43 token, 43K tokens, and chunks, and extract the base 44 string from the logo in file imports. So it's just going to literally build the entire thing, start to finish. So it's basically going to take this light and dark HTML generator, and it's going to put my branding up, hopefully along the top. Should put my logo somewhere around here. And then what I can do is I can literally add, I can change to the background if I want to. I can add the angel on one side, a demon on the other side. We have several different, let's go Dawn, that one there. Let's copy that. I'm just going to go to GenSpark because I'm still paid up for it until the 21st, so I might as well use it. And we will let it do some artwork for us. And at the same time, I can actually do CArt as well. Pop that there. Because I have a ton of freaking tokens. And we'll let CArt do its thing. Keep an eye on Claude Code once in a while. But for the most part, we can just walk away from it. So it's literally rendering it. It's right now it's trying to read everything. It will be a little slow. Because what I'm asking it to do is not exactly a small task. Let me show you what this base 64 code looks like. Go to Documents, go to Downloads. Open this up. And even my computer does not like opening this up, because of how big this file actually is. This is an entire string of data. It is basically just ripped the, as you can see, it's this massive, big of a file. It's taken that photo and given it an entire length of coding. It's almost down to binary level, so that this will actually be hard-coded into the generator. And let's see here. That was not what I was supposed to be generating. Let's just go back to my generator here. Oh, that's why. I hit the wrong one. Randomize. I did not mean to do that. Let me try this again. Dawn Valkyrie. There we go. Now see, this actually literally has both dark and light photos, so that I can do it however I want, however I actually wanted to do it. I literally I have a light photo, dark photo, both combined, video script as well as Suno music. So let's copy that this time and try and actually do the right one instead of the wrong one. Let's try that again. And we'll put that back into CArt as well, and we will see how well CArt does. So all total, we're literally going to have one generator. Here we go. So now I have everything that I need. I'll write the Python transformation script that injects the logo, applies the realm render branding throughout, and writes the output file. So as you can see, this will take a little bit of time for Claude Code to do what I needed to do. But the beautiful thing is I don't have to mess with coding because it's a pain in the ass. Yes, always allow. You got full access to my computer. Do what you need to do. The key branding elements are correct in the output file. Okay, running. So there we go. and we'll see what it comes up with. So, yes, verify. There is a way that you can set it up to where you don't have to verify all that. So, colors full branded. Okay, sky. Footer realm. Okay, cool. And where is the header? So, let's see here. Let me verify. Here's what was applied throughout. Oh, here we go. Read two files. It actually read two files, so I'm going to ask it. Ah, here we go. It literally has given me the code. Nope, that's the wrong thing. I'm going to ask it where it put the file. Okay. Where did you put the file? Unless, let me just, before I make a total ass of myself, Control-Shift-R. Nope. Didn't think so. Where did you put the file at? So I'll ask it where it actually stashed it. Thank you for the gifts, Lady T. The file is at dbase. Oh, okay, cool. I don't know why I put it there, but I ain't going to bitch. So, Arcane on brand. So, we're going to go to GenBase outputs. There we go. It is. Let's have a look. Aha, and there we go. Ooh. That color is a little bit of a pain to see, but that's not too bad. So we have our header there. It actually glows. That's kind of cool when you bring your mouse over that. So now, if I sell this, well, when I sell it, people will literally see my brand. I could have told it to make the brand a little bit better. Will you go away, man? I got to send him a message and tell him to stop doing that. Claude. I literally went to Claude Code. I used what I did. The first thing that I did, hey Top, the first thing that I did was I actually took my logo, which you saw me build on Gemini. I used my HTML asset injector to turn it into a base 64 program. This way, it is hard coded into the generator. There are two options here. If you want to put your logo into a generator, you can host it somewhere. Like say that you have a website that's on Brandly, and you would literally put it into the media file, grab the URL, and then just tell Claude, ChatGPT, whatever, that hey, this is my logo URL. Put my logo in the put my logo up there. But what I did was I literally transformed my logo into a base 64. So that it is now literally hard-coded into the HTML generator itself. Then I just simply told Chat. I went to Claude Code because it's a very large file, and said, "Hey, put my logo in here and put my logo everywhere else." Base 64 is a way of taking any photo, actually any file, and breaking it down into a long string of coding. And this way, when you hardwire it into your HTML, you can do this for any HTML site. It can be website, it can be the generator here, but it hard codes it in there so that you don't have to host that photo. Now, there does come a warning with this. Base 64, when you take, say like my logo photo, I literally doubled the size of the file size. It is literally going to double your file size. So sometimes, for like the logo to hardwire it in, perfectly okay. But if I'm going to have photos, like on an actual website that people are going to go to, I need to actually host them somewhere because it will slow them down too much. Now, as a straight HTML generator, you don't have to worry about that. And like, as I said, I literally have a program. It is up on, in my store, link in bio. It's $20, and this will literally take this generator here, and I'll show you what I can do with it in just a second. Let me see the. So we have this. This was the original one. So I went to Claude and I told it, hey, I need to put my branding in it. So as you can see, we have the nice color. We actually literally have a different color on this one here. And if you look down at the bottom, it even put my branding there, right here. Render your reality, create without limits. render without rules. That's actually pretty nice. So I have my branding on the footer, my branding on the header. If I wanted to, I could go in and just kind of mess with the coloring just a little bit to brighten it up. But I actually like the way it is right now. So I have my full logo in there, all of that. And here we go. We have the Valkyrie. Ooh, let's see. Which Valkyrie do we actually like better? Let's see here. That is Nana Banana. And if you want to if you want to have the ChatGPT, Gemini, or whatever, to turn something into a base 64, it's going to take a little bit of time. And you might actually hit the character limit. So what you can do is either buy my program, which is $20, or you can have Claude Code build you your own program that will turn anything into a base 64. This program of mine does not require AI. There is no APIs or anything. This just runs right off your system. It's fast. It's easy. I think I'm going to download that one because I like that one. I actually like how it's got the flip side of it. That is Flux 2. Not too bad. And ByteDance. A little bit of a Joan of Arc kind of vibe going on there. Yeah, the program's right here. This is my program. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to download. Let me download the. I don't know if I download that or not. I'll just re-download it just in case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to inject that photo. I'm literally going to go to inject the photo. I'm going to click on. Oh, nope, that's the wrong one. Ah, damn it. I got to come back to here, find the right one. Go to output. There we go. Arcane branded, because I want my brand on there. We're going to inject. Let's see here. The left side was the angel side, so we're going to open that photo. Go to downloads. I already uploaded that twice. That's okay. We're going to do a 45% opacity. We're going to add another photo. We'll do the demon one. Again, go to 45 so it doesn't overpower my drop down. And I want right side. And all I got to do, oh, and I can even choose the font if I so decide. I can change the font with this. You can literally load any font. Yeah, this is basically what I did on the other my live yesterday in the rabbit hole. So the HTML asset injector. Now all I got to do is click the standalone. We're going to literally save it in the same file, except I'm going to literally change the name to standalone. Click yes. Open the subfolder, and boom. We're going to click on that, and as you can see, I now have two photos. One there on the light side. One there for the dark side. And as I move, the photos actually stay put. They don't overpower the generator. And it was very, 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 very fast. Literally, just a click of the button. And if I wanted to, I can literally change the font style. If we go to font styles, let's go to, we'll just click on that one. And if I do that, I can literally replace whatever I want with the calligraphy. Is literally looking for any and all. There we go. If we generate that, and I'm just going to put a 1 there so it doesn't overwrite the other one. Click save. Click yes. And then we're going to find that one there. And boom. As you can see, oh, easy! It's literally using my injection mold, my HTML injector. It literally, I just pick whatever generator I want. And if you were talking about actually getting it Claude or something like that to actually put your branding into it, you're literally going to upload your HTML generator. But for the injector, all I got to do is literally, if I want to, I can literally change all of this. See where it says load HTML? If I just click on load that, boom, I have an entire list that I can play with. I can load my own font. If you go to DaFont, search through some fonts that you like, you're going to literally transform those fonts into a base 64. And then you can actually load your own fonts. You can use your own fonts. So I went from, wait, where did I get to? Hold on a second. Let me close this off. Close that off. I'm getting confused here. Keep that open. Let's see here. I'm just trying to find where. All right. I started with this. This is what I made last night. It literally hit me last night before I went to bed. I was tired. I took some painkillers, and then all of a sudden my brain's like, "Hey, this would make a really cool idea." So I just grabbed my phone, went to GenSpark, chucked it up, said, "Hey, I have this weird ass idea. Let's make a generator out of this weird ass idea." So it gave me this. This is the bare bones. So I literally have this. And by the way, if you want to see the full screen without me moving the screen and whatnot, I am up on YT. Which is, what was it? Grumpy Marketing 50. There we go. But I started this, and we have a really good bare bones generator. Then I went to ChatGPT and said, I mean, not ChatGPT, but I took it to Claude Code and said, "Hey, put my branding on it." So now we started off with this. Again, really good bare bones system. I have the whole footer and everything else down there. And then I took it, hey Joe. And then I took it to, then I went to my HTML injector. And boom. Came up with this. Literally loaded both photos on that one here and that there. Still has my branding on it. Still a little hard to see the branding, so I could actually go in there and kind of mess around with the text and whatnot a little bit. And then I just decided to kind of play with the text a little bit. So I literally just changed the text on that one. I don't really like that one. So I would just delete it. So we literally have, and if we generate, randomize, where's the randomize button? Randomize, generate the dark, and that's what that actually looks like. Yeah, easy. Let's go to, and the one thing that I do have to, oops, Matt, don't do that. Well, the one thing that I do have to do with this injector is, and I'm going to do that later on today, is I am going to make it to where it will actually load your logo, like dead center into it. Right now, it doesn't do that, unfortunately. You can literally change the background. You can literally add to the background. These are all the options that you have. You can do the full background, right side, left side, top half, top, bottom. So if I did it, just let me go to here. Let me go do that. You can remove anything existing background images already in the HTML. Do not do that because that will remove that. But if I go to top half right there, and we find our image, let's find our brand and see what that does. Oh, and if you know how to do, cancel that. No, I don't want to cancel that. We're going to go to 2. Save that there. And if you know how to do CSS, there is actually a full option. And boom. If you actually know how to do it, as you can see, that actually brought that up a little bit. So I have the top half. But if you know CSS or you don't and you want to kind of mess around with it, you can literally go down and there should be a CSS option. If we go to add image, or there used to be. Let's see, replace options. Yep, we have that. There was, and I'm going to have to go back and have it re-add it, but there was actually a way of doing, oh, here it is. Duh. Instead of doing like the, let's go remove that. The full width on the top half. If you know CSS, yeah, you can literally do the right panel 50%, left panel 50%, top half, bottom half, centered. So you can literally we can actually centered fixed. So let's just do the centered fixed, and let's just go to that was yep. Let's see what happens when we do that. We're just going to do that, and let's go to 2. Well, actually, we'll just name it 3. That way we know what it is. Click yes. Go to 3. And boom. That actually centered it. But as you can see, it overpowered everything else. So my branding is there. Oh yeah, the logo, I'm definitely going to be doing that. And anytime that I update these files, you get literally the update for free. I'm not going to say, oh, there's a new update. You know, you have to pay me $5-10. Fuck that shit. Don't do that. Hold on a second. Let me just close that down, just for a second. Let's see here. Where did Claude Code go? There we go. While I'm talking to myself, I can actually open up Claude Code on my laptop and do that now. So we literally have. As you can see, that's just what it did on this one. If I wanted to, I can literally come up. Let me go back to here. We can actually inject the CSS custom advanced. So what I can actually do is, let's just say that I have that code. And we're going to go to, let's just go to Claude. And we're going to start a new thing real quick. Okay. I have a logo that I want to put off to the left of my HTML generator, but I need to know the CSS coding to do this. I want it small enough that it can be seen, but not to take up the whole top half of my HTML generator. Oh yeah, I will make it to where you literally have the full transparency, the consistency, the opacity. Blech. There we go. Let's see here. So structure, CSS. Here we go. Adjust to taste. Let's just pop that in there. We're going to go back to here. Put that in there. And we will see what happens. Oh, cancel that. Let's drop the opacity down. Let's just do it to 50. Just out of sheer interest. Build standalone. And then let's find 3. Click yes. We will replace. Yes. Open that up, and we'll see if that actually got it right or not. And no, it didn't. It hit it. Oh, I know why. It's because of the background itself. It's there, but it's hidden by the lovely little Valkyrie there. Well, this one here isn't going anywhere. This logo right there, that's not going anywhere. I wanted it more off to the left, but this is literally base 64. So this will not be replaced. What I can do, let's just try, and let's just remove anything that's on there. Let's see here, build the standalone again, find the number 3, click yes, overwrite, click no, Control Shift R. Didn't want to get rid of it. So that CSS could be wrong. The CSS that Claude gave me could be wrong because it's not showing in there. So, as I said, let's see here. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second. I gotta find. I'm like, why is it in there? Okay, I do not need that. Where is the base 64? And refracting, yep. Like full brief. I'll just cheat this. Change that. Open the folder. Find my base 64. Actually, I think it might be in the C drive. Let's go to here. And yep, base factory. That's it. That's the one. Open that. I'm just going to tell Claude, okay, I need to make a change to this. I need to allow people to put their logo into the generate into the HTML file. They will have full opacity, and they will be able to place it wherever they want. Basically, let's see here. Hold on one second. Let me just grab Black's idea because that's actually a really good idea. Left, right, or center. Basically left, right, or center. They can choose the file, the size as well, and this will go over top any images that are in the background so it does not get lost. Oh, and let's add a text spot to where they can put in their taglines, and those along with the brand name will go into the footer as well. Yes. Trust the workspace. There. Let Claude Code do its thing. So, yeah, the light side I do like, and I like the dark side as well. But I don't like the font. So, I would literally kill all of that. And what I would do is I would literally just be using this. I would literally be selling this one here. Until I find an actual font that I actually like. And I've got a shit ton of fonts that I have to do. So, as someone asked, let's just change this up a little bit. Let's just remove everything here. Close that off, close that off, close that off. Let's find one of my... actually, I know which one to do. Let me go here. Go back to Architron. Because I made one last night as well. For horses. Let's see here. Fantasy horses. Here it is. Copy that. I found a photo that was actually on FB that I really liked it, and I said, let's turn that into a generator. So we're going to go to File, Save As. We're going to go horses. .html. Make sure it's in my download so I know where it's at. Let's open that one up, and boom. We now have a Majestic Art photo prompt generator. No branding whatsoever on this one. Let's just go Golden Meadows. Oh, wait a minute. This one was the wrong one because that one didn't work. And I even told it, hey, this didn't work. Error. There we go. Copy. Grab the horsey again. Control A, Control V. And as I've always said, these do not do, AI is going to screw up. So, Golden Meadows. There we go. Real horse breed. Oh, we're doing fantasy horses, so there we go. Let's just copy that. Let's chuck this thing in here. And we'll see what it does. Oh, same with CArt. Where's CArt? There it is. And we'll render that, and we'll see which one we like better. Once it stops being so slow. Generate. Thank you. And let's close that one off. We will keep that there. Let's see here. Yes, always allow. And the beautiful thing is, once this is actually done, we can actually try it live and see if the update is done. Because it's just a straight exe file that you grab off of my Google Drive file, dump it in there, and boom. Again, no AI whatsoever involved in it. So it's free, and it's very, very fast. So we have this lovely little majestic horse art thing. Close that off. And here we go. This is Nana Banana. Great for those that love horses. Always allow. Thank you. Let's see here. Select button, position, size. Yep. Small, medium, branded. Was ejected. Oh yeah. Remind me how to rebuild the exe. I'm going to go to Command, D, go to C, that. Ah, bingo. Yeah. Hold on 1 second, folks. This is the problem when you're trying to lean over and copy and paste shit. The price of being lazy. Alright, fine. Nothing like that, so. CD, let's see here. Base factory. And then TIR. CD. HTML asset and injector. And then build.bat. There we go. All right. Installing that. Francis, my lives, if you do not have the generator, I'm not generator. If you do not have my Google Drive files, let me know. Send me a DM. You will get my replays and any generators that I've built on live that I actually feel like giving away for free. This one here I will probably end up selling. This is ChatGPT. Oh, that's nice. ChatGPT 2, Flux 2, and ByteDance. But if you do not have my replay Google Drive file, send me a DM. I will send it to you absolutely free. I'm now three replays behind, so I'm going to do that today. I'm going to start uploading those up so that you guys can grab them. So, and just send me a DM that says that you need both my Google Drive files, the one for the replays and one for the generators. 100% free. And when this one's done rendering, I will, when I'm done with the live, I will post this one here on the drive file as well. So we have these nice little, let's see what these ones are. Here we go. This is CArts. These aren't bad. That one I like. That one I'm going to download. Let it sit there and download before I close that off. And then what we can actually do is, before we do that, let's hit another rendering. The Battle Warhorse. So you can do fantasy. Oh, actually, let's do the Pegasus Rising. Generate that. Copy. Because I know exactly who will lose her freaking mind over the Pegasus. My older sister. She has always loved Pegasuses. She's never liked unicorns. But you remove the horn, and hey, she was happy. We'll go to CArt again. Close this down. And we'll let that go in there. All right, are you finished yet? No, you're still building. Okay. But for right now, what I can do, let's just go and grab this HTML generator. We're going to go we're literally just going to grab the horses, as you can see. And we will select the photo, that one photo right there. And let's put this full background just to see. Keep the opacity. Keep the font how it is for now. I'm going to go to standalone. Yep. Go to yes. Let's open up the horse. I got to find it. The horse, of course, unless it's Mr. Ed. I'm not that old, by the way. Oof. That's a little too big. So, we can easily change that. Let's just put it on the right side, just for the sheer hell of it. Post that there. Click yes. Yes. Click no, because I can just Shift R it. Well, Control Shift R. What the hell? Oh. Yep, see, it's still too big. That's a very big file, so I'd have to shrink the file down a little bit. Actually, Hannah, that was one of the fun things. I will freely admit to that. I used to work on a ranch for a little while that I was sent. I was literally sent against my will, but there was purpose behind it. But one of the things that I really enjoyed was not only just brushing the horses down, but a couple of the girls that lived on the ranch showed me how to braid, and you could get some really interesting braided tails as well as manes, depending on the horse. Then there were some horses that would try to bite your ass if you started fucking around with their manes because they didn't like it. Oddly enough, there was an Arabian stud called Nightmare because he was an utter nightmare. The only thing, if you started braiding his mane or his tail, he would stand there like a puppy dog. And he'd let you do that for hours on end. He just absolutely loved the attention. But you saddled him up, you best be ready, you best be ready for one hell of a fight, because he did not like being saddled. But he was a fun, no matter what they tried to do to break him, they wouldn't break him. I could ride him for maybe 2 miles, if I was lucky. And then that bastard would buck my ass off and just turn around and head back for the stables. And everyone else would just laugh at me. Let's see here. I was like, oh, Dennis has been bucked off again. Someone go out with the quad and go get his ass. If they were nice. Most of the time they weren't nice and just made me walk my ass home. It's like, well, you're the idiot that took him out for a ride. Let's try that again. No, don't open that up. Oh, good. That's done. So I'm going to close this off. Control Shift R. Still a very large file. So, but as you can see, by putting it there, I have that photo there and that one there. I could probably resize it, take it to the photo program, and shrink it down just a hair to make it actually fit if I wanted to. And that is 100% base 64 so that the photo itself is sitting there. Now, I need to do something. Just give me a second here. Let's go to Google Drive. I need to go here. And let's go to My Drive. Find the base 64 factory. There you are. Go to new. File upload. Nope. Go there. Base 64. Injector. Bingo. Open that. Yes, replace it. Upload. Okay. Almost done. Take it a minute or two to load that there. So, yep. Yeah. So we now have a full Pegasus. Ooh, with a rider. That's kind of cool. And this is using CArt. I'm going to have to send this to my big sister. Weird little crown on that, but still not bad. Let's see what. So here is Nana Bananas. Make sure you can actually see that. That's ChatGPT's. Why it looks like a Clydesdale, I have no idea. But that looks like a freaking Clydesdale. That's a big-ass Pegasus. Flux 2? Nah, not too bad. Now, ByteDance actually did pretty decent, except for the horn. That's off this horse generator. Does anyone actually want the horse generator? Yes, no? Because if you want it, I will put it on the drive file. Okay, we got one yes, so I'm going to put it on the drive file now. So, give me just a second. Let's go to Google Drive. Before I forget, and I will load it without messing around with it or anything like that, so that you guys can play with it all you want. I'm going to go to My Drive. Go to the TikTok lead magnets. Oops. Helps if I learn my alphabet, apparently. Put that in there. By the way, there's currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now there will be 20 generators for you guys to download. I advise you to download them because within a week or so, I will end up deleting these. And then I will slowly add more to them. No, Francis, what I'll do is I will literally just dump the URL into TikTok. Or if you want me to email it to you, I'll email it to you. It's up to you. I don't care. Let's see which image. From are you talking from CArt? These are the ones from CArt. Those are CArt. And then the second image, that one was from ChatGPT. It looks like a very heavy Clydesdale. Oh, cool. That's done down generating. Now then, I do have to do something. I'm going to cover the screen just for a second because you people are way too clever and I am too lazy to change things. Let's see here. Give me just a second. Okay, base 64 builder. There we go. Download, yes. By the way, when you download any of my EXEs, you will literally get a thing that says this file type might be dangerous. Just tell it to shut up and download anyways. And then, this only works on Windows, by the way. This does not work for Mac yet. Keep that. Yes, keep anyways. All right, there we go. The prompt for the generator, let me see here. I think, See, I built this with Architron, so the prompt is going to be a shit prompt. Because I don't have to prompt really heavy with Architron because it's got everything already built into it. So I can honestly get away with doing a really shitty job at prompting. Yep. Let's see here. I don't want to. Let's see here. User requested a full Google Sheet. No, I did not. Let's see here. Yeah, see, I'm just trying to find where, because it condensed it on me. Oh yeah, basically right here is the user message. Basically, I literally just gave it because the reason why it doesn't work on a Mac is it is an exe file. Mac actually requires a different file setup. So, and I have to convert, and I have to literally convert it. Now there is a couple of files that you can use on Mac. One of them I do not suggest is like $99 a year or month or some stupid astronomical thing. Basically, what it does is it wraps an exe file into a file that Mac can use. Now, that's just for the exe. The generators themselves will work on Mac without a problem. Now, having said that, if you want to use a iPad, you literally have to have a program called Coder, Koder. That is actually free. It's on the Mac store. Because the problem is that Safari has so many fucking locks on it that you can't run an HTML generator just by itself on an iPad. So you have to find a program that will actually let you run it. So I know Coder will actually do that. And the only reason why I know this is we had this problem in the rabbit hole and we started talking, and there were a few people that actually had an iPad, and we figured it out. But for the generators themselves will work on a Mac without any problem. But if you're going to be using an iPad for them, you do have to have Coder. And it's free. Oh yeah, the vibe coding wise, like the program that the injector that I just literally uploaded. Where did it get to? There you are. Let me copy this. This one here will not work on a Mac because it is an exe file. Copy that. Go to output, base 64. We're just going to paste that in there. Yes. Fire that off. Windows will probably bitch at me. Yep. More information. Publish anyways because I'm not paying, $800 or whatever the astronomical price that they want for me to run this. So here we go. Let me just do that so it's easier to see here. So let us see. We're going to go to here. Let's find the horsey. Oh, little horse. There you are. And we're going to put in, let's see, your full background. Okay, we actually have top center. Top half, so we have bottom half, contact. Let's see here. Where is... Oh, hey, it did not do that. Oh, here we go. Yes, it did. It helps if I scroll down. So we have a spot for our logo. So I'm going to put the logo there. Let's just keep it on the... Let's go center. Size medium. Brand name. And... Realm. Render. Let's grab the tagline of create without limits, render without rules. Copy that. And we're going to do that. And now let us have a look and see what this does. I don't want to remove the background. I like the background. Yeah, the prompt is actually an honest as shit prompt. You don't want the prompt for that. We'll do that. Click yes. Click OK. And what I forgot to do was I forgot to adjust. And boom, there we go. The logo is actually there. It's kind of shit. It needs to push everything down a little bit. But it is there. Let's just try, let's go, instead of center it, let's go to the left. We'll go large. We can actually customize the size if you want. Let's just go large. Build, yes. Click yes. Yes. Just overwrite it. Click no. Control Shift R. And boom. We now have the render that. So let's add a photo and see if it actually behaved like I actually wanted it to. Select the photo. Go to downloads. We'll just upload that photo there. And we'll purposely put one on the left-hand side. Generate that. Click save. Click yes. Click no. By the way, if you are on Windows, if you press Control Shift R, it will refresh your entire thing. So there we go. The logo actually stays, and the photo actually gets put in the background. So there you go. That is now available. Oh, wait a minute. Before I do that, before I tell you to go and buy that, I need to go to begins. Oh, bullshit. Just because I'm on live, you just want to fucking throw your... you just want to be a pain in my ass. There we go. All right, I'm covering this up again because I do have to, I'm not going to get tagged by an oversensitive frickin' TikTok. Edit that. Product. See, upload the file. Well, actually, I need to trash this first. Trash that. Delete that. Upload the file. Go to... Oh, what do you know? It's already there. So there we go. Uploading file. And once it's done, then you can actually buy it. Are you talking about changing... The glass part was just part of Spark's program. That is actually that's actual Spark's doing. That's not doing that. That's not Art's doing. Spark is the one that did the glass setup for the HTML website. And to be perfectly honest, for this generator alone, the glass look wouldn't look that good. There we go. All right, so what you're going to look for on my store, HTML Asset Injector, Base 64 Automator. It now has the updated version for it. So if you want to buy it, it's in my store. Link in bio. And literally look for, when you scroll down just a little bit, you will see Jax, and then you'll see Dennis. That's me. Click on the web store, and it will, website, and it'll take you straight there. But the glass thing, I know what you're talking about. That was literally Spark, one of my personas that actually does that for web pages. Which, if I get this HTML generator factory up and running properly, that will actually do that as well. So, the horse generator now is up on the drive file. It's literally just named horse, or horses. So you can make all sorts of amazing photos. If we go to, where did it get to? Yeah, see, this is what the bare bones of it is. By the way, any generator that is in the generator factory, in the generator drive, on the Google Drive, you have absolute, full, free use of. You can sell it, you can make photos, sell the photos, make the music, whatever the hell you want to do with it. Be my guest. Snow King Draft. Let's see what this actually looks like. And let's see here. We're going to copy that. We'll put this into here just because it gives me four of them. And we will go to CArt and we will dump it into CArt. And we'll see what CArt comes up with. Yeah, Hannah, what you need? Oh, and while we're doing that, I am going to play some music. Let's find the music. Where did the generator get to? Close that off, because I'm getting myself confused here. We'll grab the Suno music. I'm not going to put it in Suno, I'm going to put it in the producer, which is now Flow Music or something like that. No, yeah, it's Flow Music. They changed the fucking name again. Oh, yeah, hold on. Let me just bump that in. Let me just drop that in there. Let's see here. The wings. That is for the Pegasus. You send me a DM, Lady T, and I will give you both URLs. One of them is for the replay, and the other one is for the generator file. And as I said, there are 20 generators on there right now. Oh, hey, you know something? If I want to hear music, I gotta turn the fucking music up. Yeah, hold on a second. I was wondering why there was no music coming up. There we go. Ooh, I like that. I'll put the picture back up. Lady T, just send me a DM and I'll send it to you. Even if you don't have, if you still have them, I'll still resend it to you. That one I like. Not bad, actually. And we will see what's... That's not bananas. It actually has one. That's a name I would want to look for. That's called ChatGPT 1.5. That's Flux 2. There we go. That's enough of the dramatic music. Oh, wait a minute. That's the second one. Let's see what the first one is. Take one. Yeah, hell, I'll put it up. Let me download it and I'll just drop it in the file. I like the second take better, so we're going to get rid of that one. And we will download MP4, MP3. This is the one that we want. And let's go back to Google Drive. Okay, that's enough of the music. Any breaks? And we'll leave that up there. Let's just go back to Google Drive, otherwise I will forget. My Drive. And you could actually technically turn this file into a base 64 and load it onto your website as well. Lead magnets. File upload. There we go. Frostmare is being loaded as we speak. No, I do not think any. Well, the only one that might be able to do something like that. I don't think Claude can actually listen to music. I know ChatGPT's API can. It will literally transcribe it. Let me just try something. Let me find the brain dump. Oh, brain dump. Which, by the way, yes, you can find the brain dump as well on my store. Let's see here. It's on the D drive. If I have it here, do I have it on? Do I actually have the brain dump? Yes, I do. Brain. There it is. Hello. The brain dump actually uses a combination of OpenAI's Whisper, which is very, 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 very cheap to do it, and it will transcribe any kind of audio, video, whatever you want. Okay, that's the asset injector. My PC just wants to be a little slow. Let's close this off because I don't need Claude Code up there. Close my logo off. And come back to here. I said, open up the brain dump, you pain in the ass. What are you talking about, Lady T? Which one are you looking for? Why are you not opening? Oh, I know why. because my computer does not like me. Hold on a second. Let's bring up the Taskmaster. Sometimes that'll bring it up. Sometimes it won't. We'll see. Might be hiding in the background. What you would do is you would literally grab the prompt itself, and then say, "Hey." And then you could literally take it. Oh, there we go. See, my computer was just being slow. So let us go to, or was that the voice? That must have been the voice one. That was not that. All right. So the brain dump is literally designed to literally record your voice. You have some weird ass idea. It'll do that. I don't think it'll pick up the music, but let's see if it will pick up the music. Oh yeah, now you're going to open up multiple versions, aren't you? Because I was being slow. Yeah, the brain dump's not going to work on that one. It would have to be it would literally have to be the voice. And I don't want to fuck with that one right now. But the only one that I'm aware of that can actually quote unquote listen to things is ChatGPT. Yeah, you can probably put it on. You can put it on YT and see if it would actually listen, quote unquote, listen to the music. But the best thing to do is literally go to the generator, click on the Suno music, and then run it through Suno or Producer, whichever one you want to do. And then if you want to change the tempo, change anything like that, go to ChatGPT. Go to Gemini would actually be really good for that, and say, hey, I want to change the tempo. I want to change the music. Give me the prompt. I actually have a generator that is designed, well, not a generator, sorry. I have a AI persona, Reed, who is designed for Producer. And he will actually enhance every living shit out of this bare bones prompt. There, on my store, there's also Echo Muse, who is designed for Suno. And she will enhance the prompt as well. So... But you can, you don't actually have to have my personas, but they do make things interesting. As an example, let's go to search. Let's go find Mr. Reed. No, Reed. Thank you, Mr. Reed. Let me go grab my HTML. Let me just grab that again, just to be on the safe side. And let's see here. There's Reed. Oh, Reed, I need you to do your magic and enhance the hell out of this prompt. Boom. Yes, I am actually using the O on YT, and I am actually live on YT. And if you want to check out the YT channel, it is literally Grumpy Marketing 50. So here we go. See, Reed is literally going to rewrite that entire prompt for me. Where am I? And he's literally going to give me a new track, all of it. Genre Nordic Frost, Imperial Orchestra, Arctic Tundra, vocalist, so no vocal leads, instrument, cinematic suite. And let's see if he's still doing the whole thing. So as you can see, he's literally rewriting and improving the ever-living shit out of that one prompt. No, I'm getting, this is a persona. This is not a generator. Now, don't get me wrong. Generators have their uses. I like generators now. I used to not like them because they're too, but the problem is, the reason why I don't like generators is they're too binding. There is only... yes, with the horse generator, you're never going to run out of prompts. It's literally not possible. It is physically not possible for you to use every single combination. But it is still limited within this generator. So if I wanted to make a HTML generator for music, it's going to be very limited. Whereas with my personas, I can load them up to Claude, I can load them to Gemini, ChatGPT, and say, okay, here's this prompt. Let's improve it for Producer. and I'm not limited by a generator. Well, he's still writing, so I can't copy anything yet. Let's see, what's he doing? Complete enhanced. Oh, okay, cool. So I can just copy that once he's done. But some things you really cannot do with a generator. Even with a program, there are some things you just can't do. Hey, Alexandra, as an example, as you guys know, I have the generator suite, factory suite. It is now, well, it will be 13 programs. Each of them individual programs, each designed for specific social media, making generators in bulk, the brain dump, all of it. The problem is, I decided that I wanted to make one factory specifically for blogs, and that was it. That's all it would do. The idea was to load up your brand Bible, load up a subject, and it would write you a blog. It would write you a blog article that you could then post onto your whatever blog site that you wanted. You know, your own website, Substack, wherever. The problem is, it would not work, and that was even using Claude's Opus. It was returning shit information. But yet, I could take that same prompt to Claude and say, okay, I need a 2,000 word blog article. Here's my brand Bible. Here's my subject. Write it for me, and boom. Every single time, it wrote it perfectly. But for some reason, I could never get the blog factory to actually generate properly. So I was like, okay, that idea goes out the door. It was too limiting. So sometimes you do not want an executable file. Sometimes you do not want a generator. Sometimes we just have to go straight to the AI and say, okay, this is what I want, and give it enough information, thank you for the gifts, by the way, to give us what we actually want. So you have to kind of make up your mind on which one you actually want to do. Let's copy that. Let's just dump this into here, and we'll see what it does. But Reed is literally... Oops, my door popped up. Hold on a second. Oh, I don't want my heat getting out. I swear we're missing autumn, and Mother Nature is trying to dump us straight into winter. It's cold this morning. So let's see here. Producer is literally... Oh, it's going to generate 2 more... songs. Sometimes it'll do 2, sometimes it'll do 1. Here we go. See you, Black. Thanks for coming in. If you have questions on anything, as always, DM me. If you do not have my 2 URLs for the Google Drives, send me a DM and I'll let you know. Very dramatic music. do what you want with them. As I said, anything that is in that file, you are more than welcome to use however you want. And so we have the injector. We can now actually put our logos wherever we want. Locks them in place. You can even load your own. What you have to do. Damn it, that was what I wanted to do with that. I'm going to have to. Nah. Right now, you can load your own fonts. You literally have to convert your font. And if I go to, see here, I do believe I have them here. Let me go to my C drive. Go to, actually it's on my D drive. Let's go to fonts. As you can see, I have a ton of freaking fonts. So if I want one, let's see here. Let's go Wild Youth. Grab that. Convert and save to the library. I had to close this off. Open it back up. It is a design flaw that I will fix later on. We'll reopen it up. Alright, let's go back to the injector. We'll go to the horse one. Of course there is none. We're going to go to... oh, wait a minute. Yep. It just opened up the... I'm like, why is it there? And that's because it wanted to be there. That was the last folder that I opened. We'll open up the horse. Let us upload my logo again to there. Let's go large just for the sheer hell of it. We will... Oop, wrong thing. Add the image. Right thing. We'll add the horse. We'll go full background though, and we will drop it down to 45, because 45 actually opacity is pretty decent. It won't over stimulate anything on that one. And then we also have to go here, and we're going to go Rome render, and then grab the thingamabob there again, our tagline. Now then, let us change the font. And we're going to find Wild Youth. And we're just going to change freaking everything to Wild Youth. And we'll see how that actually works. It could be god-awful. You never know. It's been so long since I've seen that there was a reason that I actually had it. So I must have liked it. And boom. We shall generate that again. And let's just do this as a 1. Click save. Click yes. And we're looking for horse 1. There we go. And voila. As you can see, what's the question? See ya, Natasha. Thanks for coming in. Oh, sleep well. Yeah, go to ChatGPT. Go to Gemini, and tell it, give it your brand Bible, and say, "Hey, I need a logo. Design me a logo." Oh, to be a link, to actually link it, you need to literally either use my injector to base 64 and hardwire it in there, or you're going to actually have to load your logo into, as an example, on Brandly. If you're running a website through on Brandly, you can put it into the social media and grab the URL link there, or use Imager to host it. Yeah, what you would do is when you're building your web page, you can literally tell the AI that, hey, click on my link. Make it so that when they click on my photo, my logo, it'll automatically send them to my website. Now, base 64, I'm not overly sure if you can do that or not. That's a good question. Let me ask Claude. Claude will let me know. All right. Question. Is there a way to make it so that if a person clicks on the logo, it will actually take them to a website, since it's hard-coded into the HTML. Boom. I will let you know, because I have no idea if I can do that. Easy fix. Just add a URL field next to the top logo, next to the logo option, and wrap the image in a tag when the URL is provided. Huh? Well, there you go. We have a new asset. We have a new thing. Yeah, this is going to be for the base 64. Oh, I will in just a second. It has to. I literally have to rebuild it, so it does take a few seconds. Oh, actually, one thing also, we need to add one more thing to the font section. Right now, once I have converted a font to base 64, I have to shut the program down and restart it so that the what section was that called again? Let's see. Oh, the HTML. So the HTML. Oops. Damn it. Stop that. The HTML injector. Let's see it. I need a refresh button on the HTML injector side, so that I don't have to keep opening and closing the program. There we go. Oh, you can do with base 64 now. There again, you got to be very careful with base 64. And the reason why is, again, it literally will double the file size. So if, as an example, with this HTML, with this background here, if I actually had, let me just close this off. If I had loaded this up to a website with this background in here, it's going to slow the shit out of the website. So the more base 64 things that I have installed on here, the slower the website's going to be. For my logo, that's perfectly okay. For the fonts, that's actually perfect for the fonts, because then you don't have to worry about the web hosting service not actually having the actual font and whatnot. That's actually that's a very legitimate use for base 64. But if I were to say inject music via base 64, inject these photos base 64, my logo and the fonts, it will slow your website down to where you were, swear to God, that you were back when dial-up was still popular. So you have to be very careful with base 64. What you would do instead of using base 64 on your own website is you would literally just host your picture on the host site, like on Brandly. And let me just see here. I think app.onbrandly. Let me show you on Brandly real quick. If I wanted to use this as an actual website instead of just a standalone, I would literally come in. I would literally go to, where is the media center? Switch. Let me find my Grumpy Marketer. There we go. Okay. I would literally come down to the media storage here and grab this URL right here. I would literally just, that's my logo, that's my Grumpy logo. I would just grab the link, boom, and now I have a link that will take it straight to the website. Well, it'll take it straight to this photo. So I would go to my Persona Spark, because that's who I use to build all my websites with, and say, hey, this is my logo, give her the URL. And this way, it makes it a lot smaller. It makes it to where Lazy Loader will actually work properly, and it'll make your site 10 times faster than if you just did base 64 everything. Because base 64 literally doubles the entire file size. No matter what you do, it will literally double it. Guaranteed. Okay, cool. Let me just rebuild There we go. I had to rebuild the executable file. So, you really have to be careful. Again, you have to be very careful with Base 64. But by using the photo Base 64 here on the standalone, I don't have to host any of these photos. It's straight locked into the HTML generator. And as this is a standalone, it doesn't require you to be connected to the internet to use it. So there's no slowdown or anything like that. Let's do the Phantom. Copy. Ooh, boy, is that ugly. Very, very hard to read that, isn't it? So see, sometimes the fonts just don't work. For the top, it's not too bad, though. There we go. Let's close that off. Let's pop this here, and we'll see what this prompt does with for the Phantom. Oh, okay. Let me show you. This one here, I removed the Gothic vibe for it. Those are actually nice, too. This is why I like CArt. CArt is more powerful than Gemini because of the fact that you can add a ton of different laurels to change the entire outlook. So this one here has the Gothic vibe to it, this top one here. And this is without the Gothic vibe. So let's run this. We're going to run this twice. This will be without the Gothic vibe. And then I will put the Gothic vibe on next. But using CArt comes with a warning. CArt does soft adult photos. So you have to be very careful when you are live on what you showcase if you are doing CArt. Oh, and Val, I don't know if you were here, how long you've been here, but you can find the horse generator, the original version without all the extra crap that I've just put in there, on the Google Drive file. It's there right now. So I got to cover this up because I know what it's going to pop up. And I'm going to add the Gothic Laurel here in just a second. But with the recent stuff that I've done, with the recent laurels that I've used, TikTok will ban my ass. So, and YT might too. I don't know. It's just being slow. Let's just check these out first while we're waiting. All right, so this is the Phantom one from Nana Banana. That's ChatGPT's. Ooh, I like that one. And this one here is Flux. Yeah, cool. Okay, so let's just go back to Google Drive. Oops, I need to go to Google Drive. Go to Google Drive. Hold on one second. I'm just going to upload the new version. By the way, this is entire 100%. The Base 64 injector is vibe coded. While I'm sitting here showing you pretty pictures, Claude Code was literally redesigning the Base 64 factory. Well, the HTML generator. The injector. Let's see here. Where is it? 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 I just have to find the freaking thing. There it is. So while I was sitting there flapping my gums, Claude was doing all the work for me. And that's the whole beautiful thing about AI, folks. Cool. Let's see here. 9/11. Yep. Open that. Replace. Oh yeah. Let it do its thing. Yeah, actually I did. Let me show you. Let's see, where is... Ah, there we go. See? Logo's in the corner. Yeah, you'll see the updated injector in just a second. So the logo is literally right there. That photo is a little big for the background. But I could probably shrink the... I could actually resize it down a little bit more. So that it would actually suit better. And, okay, now then, I do need to cover this up because I'm going to go back to CArt. What do you mean no results? Yes, there were. F5, that damn thing. Irritating bastard of a thing. There we go. Okay, cool. It's safe now. It was just being special. My computer's being a little slow. Okay. And once again, as I said, the horse thing is in there. There's actually 2 music files in there. This is the Google Drive file. I am covering this back up again because I am hiding my Google Drive. Because as I said, I am lazy. And I don't want to change settings. Base 64, there it is. Download this bad boy. Download. Yes, I'm well aware of that. I've already gone through all that crap. Just download the damn thing already. Keep anyways. Thank you. Wait. Okay. Yeah, it went away because I covered my. I literally covered the screen there. I'm not sharing the URL with you guys. If you want the injector, you gotta buy it. So let's go to here. Oops. Actually, I need to delete that one. Let's just shift delete that. Yes. Rename this to the original name so it doesn't fuck anything up. Copy. Go to outputs. Go back to base 64. Redo that. Well, I didn't. Did I not tell you to copy that? Don't tell me I just got stupid in there. Nope. Paste. Override. There we go. Yes. Run this anyways. Because I'm not paying you an exorbitant amount to allow you to say, hey, I'm verified designer. All right, so let us grab this, make sure that you guys can see that again. We'll go to upload this. Let's go to the horse one again. Let me find the horse base. Horse. And we'll leave the photo there, but let's go ahead and go to logo. I'm going to load that up. I want center. Let's go large just for the sheer hell of it. And URL. Let's just go www.google.com. Actually, you know what? Let's just put producer in here. Well, actually, flow. Let me just double check on that one to make sure that that's the right. Yep. All right. Cool. Let's just send everyone to flow. So with left large. Click update, standalone, and we're going to go with 2. Click save, click yes, open that up. Find my horsey 2. Where's the horse? Standalone 2. Alright, so logo is here. And if we click the logo, boom, it takes us to a website. So it literally just took us straight to producer. So there we go. So once again, I have to load the new file up to begins. That's easy enough to do. And we go to digital. By the way, the injector is the very first one on the website. Product file, delete that one, delete, upload file, and let it upload. So now we know that you can actually put your logo into your generators and send them to whatever web page you want to send them to. So now this makes this truly unique for you. This is 100% branded. So if you actually have a web page, you can literally give away a couple of generators for free. lock your logo in, and boom, you are off to the races. So that no matter if someone sells that or whatnot, it will always link right back to you. Oh, there we go. Let's see here. That's good. Someone was just making a comment, so I had to answer that real quick. So there we go. We now have the HTML asset injector, base 64 automator, fully uploaded, fully named, and boom. Now you can actually change your fonts. You can change your. Oh, that reminds me. I need to make sure that function actually works. Let's see here. Font replacement, refresh library. Woohoo! There we go. Let's just grab one of my fonts. Go back to D. Ooh, I really got to clean out my C drive. Find my fonts. Yeah, we'll just do this one here. Yeah, that'll work. Convert it. And we go back to the injector. Add replace. And let's just make sure that it's actually not in there. Okay, it's not there. Oh, yeah, actually it automatically... Oh, good. I don't have to refresh it. It automatically added it in there. Lady T, Base 64 is a way of taking any file, sound file, picture, PDF, whatever, and turn it into this massive string of information that you can then go to AI and have it hard-coded into an HTML either website or generator, like this one here. My photo here is Base 64. This logo has literally locked it in place so that I don't have to have this hosted anywhere. And that's the beautiful thing about Base 64 is by hardwiring it in, I do not have to have, I don't have to host it. I don't have to have it put up on like Imager or my own website. By the way, for the person that said that they have no...
Okay.
Oh, wrong thing. You literally hard code it so that this is literally a standalone program. I hit the wrong button. Ignore that. This way, you don't have to worry about your hosting it. So this works 100% offline. So a person does not have to actually have connection. They can use it straight up as is. Get a few generators going and whatnot. Again, though, Base 64 has its uses, but it has its limitations as well. Base 64 doubles your file size. Sometimes it will triple the file size. So if I were to have music, have fonts, have my logo, and have have photos here on either side, it will slow the ever-living shit out of your website. It will tank your speed like crazy. So if you are actually using a true website, a hosted website like on Brandly or something like that, you do not want to Base 64 everything. The one thing that I will say to actually turn into a Base 64 is your fonts. This way you can go to like the fonts or just search free fonts, change them into a Wolf 2 file, and then Base 64 them. Yeah, it is a little bit to get your mind wrapped around. It took me a little while to get my mind wrapped around the Base 64 as well. I had stumbled across it. I don't even remember how the hell I found it. I think I was just talking to one of the AIs and saying, hey, how can I enhance this? How can I make it so that I can load a photo to my generator without actually hosting it? And then they mentioned Base 64, and whoop, down a rabbit hole I went. Yes, with the Base 64, I can literally send... Okay, prime example here. Say that the music file that I download, this music file here. What I could do is I can turn this into a base 64, and then I can actually send that base 64 file to somebody. I could load it like on Google Drive. They would have to decode it, but then they would automatically have the video, the PDF, whatever. So it can be, oh, thank you for the 100 comments. Cool. So the base 64 has its uses, but it does have its drawbacks. So you've got to be careful on, you've got to be very selective on where you're using it. Hey, Coach. Thanks for swinging in. So you really have, with the base 64, you do have to be very careful with what you are doing. Oh, yep, fine. Claim that. Accept. Now, why did you do that? Oops. That's not right. Where did my prompt get to? Oh, prompty. That was the Frostborn. I wanted to do the... Actually, let's do the Celestial Mare one. Copy that. Toss this bad boy into here. Generate that. And let's go back to... Oh, ByteDance is still going on. And we'll load those photos up. Yep, it's showing my stuff. But again, with base 64, you can do some amazing things with it. But if you're using it as a website, you really, really need to be very careful on how many base 64 bits that you have in your website. Thank you for the gifts. The best one, though, the very best use for base 64 for a live website that is hosted would be fonts. This way, by hardwiring the font into the HTML website, you don't have to worry about the person not actually having the font so that they can't see it. It will literally lock it into place. Guaranteed, every single time. And it gets around half to dealing with like Google's library, Google fonts, and loading all these other font shit up. It's a pain in the ass. This way, I can go to I do believe it's called Dafont, DAFONT. Find a couple of fonts that I like, turn into a base 64, off the races I go. As I said, it is really interesting rabbit hole to go down. But I've literally made the injector so that I don't have to sit there and try to have try to have it literally load things in. If I go here, let's just go to the right side. And let's just go center. Let's add that horse there. Click there. And let's just change this to horse 2. Click yes. Overwrite. Click yes. Horse 2. Open that up. And as you can see, I changed the font a little bit. I have my logo there. And the font is, the lovely little photo has been injected into it. See you soon, Coach, because I'm actually going to get off here in just a second anyways. It is 9:30 now. My time to sign off and get my wife moving and get things going. But as you can see, the injector literally put the photo in there perfectly. I didn't have to do squat. Yeah, the font stays the same all the way through throughout your pages. You can actually change the fonts on your pages if you want all your fonts on the pages, which I don't recommend. You want a unified look. But when it comes to HTML generators that we're selling, you can enhance the ever living shit out of these. So instead of selling them for $20, let me just show you one that I built. Did this one earlier. As you can see, yep, I enhanced this one. So instead of having just the light and dark boring background, I've enhanced the entire look of this. So instead of selling this for $20, I would sell it for $40. just for the look alone. And the injector does a rather well job of doing that. I think one thing that I'm going to have to do, and I'm going to, instead of talking about it, I'm going to do that. One more thing. When the person loads their logo into the center, it should actually push everything down just a little bit so that it doesn't actually, so that the logo does not sit on top of the title of the HTML, hiding the title. Boom. Thank you very much. So there will be now a fourth rendition of the HTML injector here shortly. See, this is the beautiful thing about vibe coding. You can literally be doing multiple things, press a button. I'm using Claude Code to do all this, and I can just walk away from it. Let Claude do its thing, as long as I don't hit my limit or anything like that, my daily limit, because I know I'm getting pretty damn close to it. Oh, speaking of limits, let's check it out. Let's go to Claude. In case you don't know about this, Claude AI. Wrong thing. Claude, thank you. .ai. What you're going to do to find your limit. Yeah, love. Yep. Cool. I was just going to come get you. Not cool. You go down to your little logo there. Go to settings. And then you want to make sure that you go to usage. And I'm pretty sure I'm hitting the... Oh, no. I'm not even at the current... I'm literally sitting at current session, which will reset in 2 hours. I've used 43% this morning. My entire week, I have 51%, and that will restore itself on Friday at 6 a.m. Claude Design, they have just put this out yesterday. I don't really know much about Claude Design. I haven't explored this particular rabbit hole yet. So this has a separate setting to itself as well. You can load extra money on there so that if you do hit your limit, you can continue onwards without having to waiting for the time limit to actually refresh itself. Just depends on how deep you get into it. Done. What it does, let's see here. No change. Yep, overlay. Yep. Center injects a padding. Oh, perfect. There we go. Okay, that's what we want to see. So let's just go back to here and rebuild the freaking injector. There we go. So I've literally made 4 versions. 4 new versions of the injector, because I'm going to load this one up here shortly. And all while showing off other things. AI is doing all the heavy lifting for me. Let's go back to CArt. And here's what CArt did with that last post that I did. Ooh, that one I like. I'm going to download that one. That one's not too bad either. Although I don't know what the stick is going through the horse's neck for. AI at its best, folks. That one's not bad either. So I'm going to download those. Got a nice gothic vibe to it, which is my go-to. That one's, oh, that's the very first one. And then let's see, I do believe I still have that there. Yes, I do. Nope. Let's go back to the horse thing, Majestic Horse. And actually what I can do, find the one that I was using. That was just messing around. That was messing around as well. Close this off. Close flow off. Go back to the AI thing here. I can actually grab my freaking prompt. Where is that? Oh, I know why. I did grab the wrong. I used the actual Suno Music prompt. So let's just wipe that out. That's why that gave me that. I thought I used a different prompt. But I literally used the Suno Music prompt from the generator. So we'll let that go. Let's just, out of pure curiosity, let's see what these four will do with the Suno Music. So this is, I literally removed the Gothic vibe from those photos, and we'll see how they work. And prompt, this horse generator is literally in the Google Drive file. Hey, Sassy. Ooh, and this is without the Gothic influence. Same prompt, just removed the laurel. I like those too. But see, this is why C Art to me is so much more powerful than Midjourney, and it's cheaper too. It's like $10 a month. There we go. That one's pretty. I like all four of them. I actually like that one the best though. So I'll download that one. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with it, but I could inject it into the horse generator if I wanted to. Matter of fact, why don't we just do that? Let's go to, let's see here. Let's go to here. We'll load that one there. But let's go to, we don't want centered. Let's just go right side. Add a new one. And we will go to left side. Add that one. Build this. And we'll just go with Horse 2 standalone. Click yes. Override that. Click yes. Find the Horse 2 again. Open that up. Close that down. And boom. As you can see, we now have the Majestic Horse art prompt generator. We have my logo there. If I click on the logo, it automatically pops you over to Flow Music. No. Well, actually, yes, you do. With C Art, you can do videos. You can do when you click on the models, you literally have a ton of models, which I will not show because they are some of these are really spicy models. There we go. But you can do videos as well. If we go to video, you have access to CDance 2, Stardance, CDance 2.fast. They can get expensive on the credits though. You have Ultra and whatnot. Some of these are like in the $1,000, well, not $1,000, but 1,000 credit range. Yes, I actually use Claude to do a lot of my generators now. No, Sora you will no longer have access to. They've shut Sora down, which was the smartest thing that OpenAI has ever done. They've literally shut it down. So there is no more Sora, which is good. Let's see here. I just want to see what this would actually cost, just out of curiosity. Let's see here. Let's go to main reference. We literally have the name, reorganizing, all that crap. These videos will get expensive as shit, though. We click that. But the videos themselves are expensive, especially for what they do. For 10-second videos and whatnot. That's why I always put a video script. You can take that video script wherever you want to go. Yeah, Sora was horrible. I agree 100%. And Hannah, the reason why it was horrible was because OpenAI didn't actually do squat with it. They released it and said, here, go play. And then they just basically forgot about it. It was constantly doing crap left, right, and center and just did not work at all. So we now have, as I said, I can literally sell this entire generator now. Instead of going for $10 or $20, I'll sell it for $40. Because it's much more enhanced. It looks better. has my logo. And the new program will actually allow you to, once you put it in center, it's going to drop everything down so that it's not sitting over top of things. Which reminds me, I have to upload that now. Oh, did I actually rebuild that? No, I didn't. I don't know if I rebuilt that. I better rebuild it just to be on the safe side. There we go. Then I will load this new version to the injector here shortly. But the injector itself is very, very fast. It does not require any API whatsoever. Yeah, the videos, not only were they not good quality, if you did like a model, just say you had a man or a woman walking and you wanted them to turn their head to look at the camera, it'd snap your neck if you tried that. It would do a 360. We're literally talking poltergeist kind of 360. Or they would be walking forward and you tell it to turn around and come back towards the camera. So you have a back view of, say, of a dress, and you tell it to turn around, have the model come back at the camera. Their head would do this really weird, warped kind of snap the neck kind of thing, so that they're literally, their head is facing backwards, then all of a sudden it's facing forward. Yes, and that's using Sora 2. Sora 2, Sora, in all honesty, Hannah, Sora Pure and Simple, sucked. They didn't put any effort into it. And rightfully so, because there were literally better programs out there. There's Kling, there's all sorts of things. VO3. Yeah, you could use it as a horror film if you want to, but Sora 2 was just, Sora, the entire family of Sora was just shit. Pure and simple. Oh, cool. There we go. All right, so if anyone wants to buy the injector, that was the wrong thing. It now has a lot of new, interesting features to it. Open that up. Go to new, file, upload the freaking thing. And there we go. Okay, I do have to get my ass moving. I appreciate y'all hanging with me on this fine day, this weekend. I know it's Saturday for you. And replace this. The injector, which makes this so much easier to change and enhance your generators, it's $20. It's on my store. Link is in bio. Look, just scroll down just a little bit, and you will find where it says Dennis. That's me, the Grumpy Marketer. And just find underneath there where it says website. Click on the website, and it will take you to my store. And the injector itself, $20. Does base 64 stuff very, very easily. No API needed whatsoever. It does work only on Windows. I still have to get these things converted over to frickin' Mac. But it takes me a little bit to do this because I have to go through GitHub to do it. So, I gotta get going. If you guys have any questions, if you do not, before I leave, if you do not have the Google Drive files for my replays and for the generators, send me a DM. I will send you the links. So, and those are both of those, they're free. The stuff that is in the generator file, do with what you want. Sell them, make photos, sell the photos, make beautiful music. Remember, I like seeing pretty pictures too, so send me a few pretty pictures. So, you all have a good day, good night, and I will see you tomorrow. And good night to the lovely little YouTube area.